Hello and welcome back to Real Time. I'm Rima Sterrett, and today I'll be sharing some tips on what to do when the seller fails to close. Selling or buying a home can be an exciting experience for both the seller and the buyer, but it can also be devastating when the deal falls through unexpectedly. So in this video, I'll be discussing some of the common reasons why sellers might fail to close on the closing date and what they can do to prevent financial losses. So reason number one, inspection issues. Sometimes after inspection, the buyer may ask for repairs or credit to pay for needed repairs. If the seller promises to make the repairs or offers a credit on closing, but then doesn't follow through, the buyer may cancel the deal. Reason number two, financing issues. If the seller is relying on the sale of their current property to buy a new one, but the transaction falls through or they can't get the financing they need, the sellers might not be able to close. Reason number three, title issues. If there are problems with the property's title that weren't disclosed at the time of the offer, the buyer may choose not to close the deal. And finally, reason number four, seller's remorse. For this reason, the seller may change their mind and decides not to sell the property after all. So here are some suggestions to offer your client on how to avoid the pitfalls of selling a property. So let's go to number one. Have the property inspected before listing it so the seller can make any necessary repairs or disclose any issues to potential buyers. Number two, explore alternative financing options like going with a different lender or applying for bridge financing. Number three, seller's lawyer can negotiate with the buyer's lawyer to extend the closing date until the title issues can be resolved. And finally, number four, do your research on the area that the client is interested in moving into, the timeline of the move, the price range they can afford, and finally advise clients to seek legal advice and financial advice before listing the property. Remember, an agreement of purchase and sale is binding. Once a valid offer is accepted and conditions have been waived, the contract is firm. If the seller backs out of the deal, the buyer may be able to sue them for damages or ask the court to enforce the sale. So it's important for the sellers to enter into a listing agreement in good faith and get legal advice if necessary. By being proactive and working with experienced professionals, sellers can reduce the risk of a deal falling through. Thank you for stopping by. As always, if you have further questions, don't hesitate to contact your branch manager. See you next time on Real Time.